Guys, welcome to another video. I'm recording this when I'm still sick. It'll be for tomorrow, or you'll see this today. But I'm recording this when I'm not feeling as bad as I would have been otherwise. Like early in the morning I would have been terrible. So, for some pre-video things, there's something I want to talk about before we get into it. There has been some people that said, oh, I don't even know when you upload videos, when your videos even show up. So, I know everybody says this, but it actually means something. So, when you go to subscribe to me, if you're not already, please consider doing that. And there'll be a bell next to the subscribe button. You gotta click the little bell, and then there'll be probably something else that talks to you about something about, always being notified. So make sure you click on that notification bell, because that's not a meme. Everybody says it because it actually means something, guys. You need to, if you want to be invested in content, then you have to click on that little bell if you haven't already. To those of you who already have done that, I appreciate you. Anyways, now on to the actual video content. So it's inevitable that they'll run out of Final Fantasy protagonists eventually. So now they're gonna definitely have to switch over to antagonists, correct? So this video entails 5 units that I think will definitely be a shoe-in for the first few months, give or take. What the future holds after all the antagonists are done, I have no idea. But for now, for the rest of the year, after 12 and tactics are done, they're definitely going to do antagonists. Unless they think of something else entirely. But here's my rundown of antagonists. Obviously, number 1 would have been Sephiroth, the most known antagonist of them all. So I expect Sephiroth to be the number 1, the first antagonist CG unit to be available on the JB side eventually at some point. I don't know when, but I'm sure he's going to be a CG unit eventually at some point. Definitely going to be the first one, that's for sure. So, I don't know what he's going to be. Probably very similar to his regular kit here, but probably a lot stronger. Probably an 8 triple cast. Hopefully he's not a TDH unit, even though he only uses katana. At least make his katana two-handed. Yeah, probably gonna be a katana wielder, probably two-handed. But if they want him to be meta, then they'll make him true dual wield in some way somehow. So with that being in mind, I think he's gonna be the first one. So next on to the next one. These are not tier list, by the way. This is just 5 units that I want, or not just 5 units I expect and want, I guess, to be CG antagonist. Now technically, Jet is not really antagonist. He's more like a misguided person. As you play through the game, you'll start to see that he's not the big bad guy everybody thinks that he is at the beginning of the game. He's not a complete asshole. He's just misguided. That's the word. So he's a misguided antagonist, really. But since FFBE, since Alan made his Aeon fight the series boss battle, I'm just gonna pick Jet, because obviously the little shrimp guy is not gonna be a CG. I mean, come on. So it's definitely gonna be Jet CG. And his kit is probably going to be way better than his current kit, because his current kit is pretty poopy. Not gonna lie. It's serviceable in its own way, but it's pretty bad. So they'll definitely make him really good and get rid of the quick hit. Don't bring back the quick hit. So with that being in mind, I'll be the second CG unit I expect to come into the game at some point. And the third, I do not have an actual unit to show you, so we're just gonna look at an image instead. So yeah, Kuja CG trance animation type thing, I expect to be another CG unit to come into the game, a very noteworthy antagonist that probably everybody knows by now. So I definitely expect him to be one of the CG units. I expect him to be a top tier mage. Probably be the best mage in the game at that time. Or at least one of the best, right? Sorry about that. And I expect him to be one of the best mages in the game. I expect Flare Star to be his chaining move, probably fire, or non-elemental. It depends on what they think, because I think Flare Star is non-elemental in the game. But I could be wrong, it's been a while since I looked at the abilities. I expect him to have light chaining, because he does use Holy a lot, and I expect him to have some kind of a heal. I expect some kind of reflect shenanigans, maybe with his long burst, because he does like to use reflect. And I expect Ultima to have some kind of a role, because he does use Ultima. So I expect that to be a thing. I hope that they don't make him a non-elemental chainer, but if they do, maybe they make him like an ace type unit where he's magic based, but he's a physical attacker maybe? I don't know. Just don't make him non-elemental, because you know how that went with Ultima herself. Yeah, that went over really well. So let's move on, let's change gears over to the next one. Here we go with the next unit. Golbez. I don't really know if he is the main, I'm assuming he's the main antagonist in that game. I haven't played it, but I assume that he will be the main antagonist. And I know that he's favored by a lot of people. Even on the global side, people pulled for him just because they liked him, even though he wasn't really that good. So I expect him to be the next one. I expect him to be another top tier mage, or he has some kind of unique kit about him. I know he has a pretty unique kit in in this form. So I expect him to be a little unique, maybe some summon damage type units and things of that nature. So I expect him to be something unique. Probably not gonna be a top tier mage and complete forever, but he'll probably be up there. And also he'll be able to use his own old SDMR. That'll be something, wouldn't it? He'll be able to use that heavy armor for something probably. So lastly, I mean, come on, another indistinguishable antagonist in the game, very recognizable, and he definitely should be wearing his fedora in the whole animation, in the whole sprite and everything, instead of just his win animation. For those of you who don't know, I don't know where it'll show it. There it is. Just only in his win animation is when he puts it on. So I expect him to wear it completely for the whole battle, and hopefully he'll be a lot better of an attacker, or maybe he'll be a tank or something. I don't know. It'll be something unique. So that being in mind, oh, there was one more. I forgot. There was one more I forgot about. I don't have a picture ready for it. Let me hold on. Let's get that picture ready. So I'll pause this for a second. All right, we're back, and I expect that this guy to be one of the TG antagonists for sure, because a lot of people in my comment section were like, "Hey, where's Chaos at? Where's Chaos at?" So obviously they're saving him to be a CG unit at this point, because they didn't make him into a raid unit. So I definitely expect him to be a CG. Unfortunately, now I don't know if this is true or not, but I did hear a lot of sources say that unfortunately Chaos is not really that popular in Japan. So I'll be one of the last ones, because I think they've been very thorough with the protagonists. So I expect him to be still a CG unit, but I expect him to not be, one of the first few ones. I expect him to be probably one of the last ones. Maybe in the middle. One of those two things. So yeah, Chaos, I definitely expect him to be a CG antagonist at some point in the future. So with that all being said, I appreciate everybody who came to watch today. Very different kind of video. If you missed out on my future protagonist CG units, go back and check that out, as I already made something like that. I know a lot of people didn't really watch it, but it's still interesting to talk about it. So if you missed out on that, go ahead and check that out. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I make these kind of videos often where I take requests in my Discord link down below, and I make videos out of it like this, so I cover it. So that being said, everybody, watch all the way through. Type in hashtag future villains. Hashtag future villains will be the hashtag word for today. So if you watch all the way through, type in hashtag future villains. Thanks everybody who came to watch today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.